Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. Today I'm taking a look at this all-new 2023 GMC Sierra 1500. This is the AT4X edition. I believe this has the 6.2 liter V8 in a 10-speed automatic transmission. Starting off up front, you are going to get the redesigned front end, headlights, grille. This is the AT4X specific powder-coated front bumper. It's got LED fog lights. Parking sensors integrated into the front portion of the bumper, molded tow recovery hooks, as well as it looks like a winch system. Front-facing camera is going to be right here. Absolutely beautiful tint metallic color. I don't know how well it's going to come through on camera, but it's absolutely beautiful. And personally, I really do like the redesign of the front end, but for me, the major portion of the redesign is going to be on the interior. So coming around to the side, we've got these little bit more aggressive fender flares. Down here, we have some Wrangler Goodyear Territory MTs, and it's a 275/70 R18. So I think almost a 33-inch tall tire. Your 6.2 liter V8 badge is going to be right here. Black mirror caps with your mirror mounted camera system. This guy does have the passive entry, so as long as you have the key fob on you, you can lock and unlock the vehicle from the driver or passenger door. You do have rock sliders as well, giving you a little bit more protection on your rocker panels. Again, those fender flares transition into the back. Black rear bumper with big second generation tailgate steps, and I believe your blind spot monitor is actually located right in there as well. Parking sensors integrated into the bottom portion of the bumper, 7-pin, and then your trailer camera system. You got your GMC Sierra badge in the middle, and then your AT4X badge on the passenger side. Backup camera is going to be right here. LED puddle lamp is right there. This guy does have the Pro tailgate. I'll go over that a little bit later when we take a look at the bed. LED accent tail lights with incandescent bulbs. Right here, we've got the capless fuel fill port. Third brake light with cargo camera as well as your rear view mirror camera. And this is actually designed to shoot air over the bed, so even when you don't have a tonneau cover, it reduces drag slightly. Blind spot monitor, as you'd come to expect. Absolutely beautiful looking truck. Now with the AT4X front bumper, you do have increased approach angles, but because it has the standard bumper in the back, the departure angles are about the same. Full metal skid plate underneath to protect all the important components. And overall, I think this vehicle looks extremely aggressive. I believe it's actually the first half-ton truck to come with a winch from the factory. And it is synthetic rope, not steel braided cable. Let's take a closer look at the redesigned interior. So starting off up front, they did do a really good job redesigning the interior of this vehicle. They did bring some carryover components. I will go over that when we get across to them. But you do have this really nice real wood trim on the side, soft leather pretty much everywhere. You have an AT4X badge on both driver and passenger doors. All the window controls are going to be right here. The front driver and passenger are automatic up and down. All the mirror controls are going to be right here with your power folding mirror option. Electronic parking brake. This is your push button transfer case. You also have your drive mode dial right here with your trailer tow mode button underneath. And then over here we have the rotary dial selector for all the exterior lighting of the vehicle, as well as some miscellaneous lighting buttons, including the dimmer switch for the instrument cluster, as well as your fog lights and cargo light button. Coming up top to the dashboard, very nice soft leather wrap dashboard with a heads-up display. Those settings are adjusted right here to the left of the steering wheel if they will come through for you. I'm sorry about the lighting in here. Coming up to the instrument cluster, it is 100% digital, as you can see. Very customizable. You can program it to monitor different parameters of your choosing. Coming back to the steering wheel, very nice leather wrap steering wheel. It does have metal paddle shifters, which is pretty sweet. All your cruise control buttons are going to be on the left-hand side, as well as your heated steering wheel button and then your adaptive cruise control button. Over here we have your steering wheel mounted call buttons, as well as the controller scroll wheel for the center LCD display. Really nice horizontal touchscreen display. I don't know if this is 12 inches or 14 inches. It's absolutely massive. And you know, even though it takes up a lot of real estate horizontally, sitting where I would be sitting if I was driving, I could easily touch this, no problem. Under that, you've got your, or before I move on, it does have wireless CarPlay and Android Auto, as well as the pre-trip inspection for when you're towing something. It's just got a bunch of features, and I believe it's the new touchscreen operating system. Push button start right here, which is absolutely massive. Heated and ventilated seat buttons for the driver, as well as your passenger. Something that I really like that General Motors does is they give you the option to have the seat back heat on or both. I believe they're the only manufacturer to offer just the seat back as a single control option. Dual zone climate control, all of the controls for that are going to be right here. And then we have a row of buttons starting from the left to the right. We have your lane keep assist button, parking sensors off button, automatic start stop off, it is on by default. Tailgate down only, hazard light button, traction control off, hill descent control, rear locking diff, front locking diff. Under that you have a storage tray with USB and USB Type-C, as well as a small change storage tray right here. Really nice, sleek, minimal shifter right here. I really do like these. And the integrated trailer brake control, which I think is absolutely perfect placement for a truck right behind the shifter. 2 cup holders. Then you have a wireless charging mat. This is a carryover from the previous generation or design, and then all these are carryovers as well. Something that I like that the center armrest does is you also have access to the wireless charging mat when the center console is up. USB Type-C. I believe this is either it's a 115 volt 400 watt power outlet, I believe. And then we have a big hanger system for file folders. So if you're using this vehicle as a work vehicle, you can keep all your files organized. There's your AT4X leather seats with white piping and red accent stitching. Beautiful, beautiful interior, suede headliner. This thing is very luxurious. 2 glove boxes. The first one you access right here. It is felt lined. Second one's going to be right down here. Coming up top to the vanity, it's going to be LED lit for the passenger as well as your driver. Up top, we have the master LED dome map light controls, as well as the 3-door universal garage remote. And then all the controls for the sunroof, as well as power sliding rear window. This is the video rear view mirror. You can control how bright it is, how high or how low the camera goes, and the zoom. Pretty sweet. Unfortunately at the show I do not have access to that, which kind of stinks, but it is what it is. And being in 2023, I do like that they just have a single pane sunroof. Typically in trucks, I've found that when you have the dual pane, your headroom in the rear seats and even in the front seats is severely compromised, but I will show you what they've done to address that in the rear. So overall, I really do like the refresh. I think the General Motors product line was in most need of a refresh when you compare it to the Ram, which has been killing it for a long time, and then Ford's updated F-150 design. This is right up there with them, and now I think a lot of people would have a very difficult time choosing between the three because they're all so competitive. So with that being said, let's take a closer look at the back seats and see how much legroom we have. So before I get in, I do want to point out we do have some under seat storage in here. And then we have the behind the seat storage on both driver and passenger side. It doesn't look like you have a lot of storage, but I mean, I have pretty big hands and I can almost fit my hand in the middle of this center seat on both sides. So decent amount of storage. Getting up and in is real easy with the leather wrapped grab handle. With the driver's seat situated where it would be if I was sitting, I'd say I have probably about a foot of legroom before my knees hit the front seat. That's pretty standard now across all big three manufacturers for trucks. Storage in the form of pouches behind both driver and passenger seats. 2 cup holders, heated seats for the rear, USB Type-C, and then your HVAC vents right here. This center seat does have a pull-down armrest / cup holder. Your LED dome map lights are going to be in the middle. And like I said in the front, the rear headroom, especially when you have a twin pane sunroof, has been lacking, to say the least. They did not go with the twin pane for this, thankfully. But if you look closely, and it will come through, hopefully it does, they actually bumped up the headliner a good 3 or 4 inches. So the rear passengers actually have a decent amount of headroom now, which is greatly appreciated. I really do like the interior of the back, and they've definitely updated their audio system. They're still using Bose, but they have so much more speakers. And again, this wood trim continues throughout with the red accent stitching. And then it almost seems like this leather right here is kind of stamped, or it's got a texture to it, which feels really, really nice. So I do like this interior a lot, and it was a much needed update. With that being said, let's take a look at the back and see how much bed space we have. So to open the tailgate, there's actually a couple ways. The first way is with the key fob, which I do not have. Second way is with the button to the left of the steering wheel, I believe it was. Or no, it was underneath the touchscreen display. And then the third way is to come up to it and push the button, and it will come down. But because this has the Pro tailgate, I will show you both tailgate features. First one, you push this button, and then just the top portion comes down. So if you have large 2x4s, 4x4s, whatever, and they do need to hang out the bed, but you don't want to drop the entire tailgate, you can actually just drop this portion, and it will not obstruct your license plate. If you do have things that you need to keep in, there's a little button right here. You push that and then pull up on this. This one is optioned with the kicker audio, so if you're tailgating, you can plug in a phone, or I believe you can Bluetooth, and you can actually play music on the outside of your truck. It also has a USB and auxiliary jack right here as well. Pretty sweet. And then to fold that down, you just do that, and then to put this up, you go like that. Now, if you want to open just the regular tailgate, you're going to push this button on the bottom, and it's going to come down like a regular tailgate. This guy does have a spray and bed liner, as well as a 150 volt, 400 watt power outlet. It's got 6 tie-down points on each side for a total of 12, which I believe is class leading. If you note too, they've pushed out the bed sides as far as they can, giving them class leading bed space as well. You also have this step right here, which makes getting in and out of the bed a little easier. I will show you how that works. So if you want to use it like a step, you're going to push both buttons at the same time. Then that comes down. Fold that down. It does have that grip tape on it like a skateboard. Put your foot up, access the step, and you're up and into the bed. Very, very cool. I do like GM's approach to the bed step. Now, reversing the process is very easy. You're gonna fold this up, pull underneath it, and with one hand, I can close the entire tailgate system. So there you have it, the 2023 GMC Sierra 1500 AT4X. Unfortunately, during the press portion of the auto show, they do not have the Monroney or the placard about pricing and specific features. But once these hit dealership lots, I'm hoping to actually go to the lot and do a more detailed walkthrough with shots of the window sticker. If you enjoyed the video, please consider giving me a like and share. And if you want to keep up to date with more of the auto show news content, please consider subscribing to the channel, and be sure to check out all the affiliate links in the description below. Like always, thanks for watching, and have a great day.